is Football Friday Night, the Musket Bowl. The Trailblazers versus the Pioneers. Brought to you by Food City.
Would you please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as the reflections under the direction of Melissa Powers sing our national anthem.
Hello, everybody. You're looking down on Nathan Hale Stadium here in Gray, Tennessee, as we get ready for the big game, the Musket Bowl, through the Empire Ford drone. This is the 53rd time that these teams have played. Right now, we're into the national anthem, so we're getting close, obviously, to the start of this football game. Once again, kind of a dark cloud as we start this Musket Bowl. News today out of David Crockett, 4 or 5 players have been suspended for this game because of a in-school incident that will require an investigation.
Yeah, an alleged hazing incident. There's information released today by the Washington County School Board. 4 players plus the player who was allegedly hazed will not be involved in tonight's game. And like you said, the investigation is still pending at this time.
And, of course, at the beginning of the game, we spoke to the head coach, Hayden Chanley. He didn't want to talk about that, obviously concentrating on the football game itself.
Absolutely, yeah. He asked not to answer any non-football related questions, but obviously we'll continue to follow the story as it is a big story as it develops.
All right, I'm Kenny Hawkins, Nick Dugan. Let's talk about this game tonight. You got one team coming in, still looking for a win. The other team picking up a win just last week against Cherokee.
Yeah, David Crockett falling on the road at South Green to start this season. They come back. The defense plays very well. Coach Chanley said they really improved from week 1 to week 2. They hold Cherokee to 13 points in that one. They come out with a victory, and now they have the win heading into this one. Daniel Boone, as you mentioned, still winless on this young season.
We talked about this being the 53rd time that these two teams have played. Since 1978, it has been known as the Musket Bowl. After you win 3 in a row, you get to keep the musket. That's the position that Daniel Boone is in tonight.
That's the position they find themselves in tonight. They're looking for that win to keep that 10th musket in school history. Mm-hmm. We're going to send things off to a break right now, but we will be back with the kickoff of the Musket Bowl here at 53rd meeting between Daniel Boone and David Crockett. Stay with us.
Welcome to the big leagues, where our go-kart all-stars take personal shopping to the next level. They always bring their A game, so you get groceries carefully selected specifically for you. These are passionate professionals, ensuring every fruit and vegetable, every cut of meat is exactly the way you like it. This is plump. That is juicy. And this is lean. Order go-kart curbside pickup online for personal shopping at the highest level.
The summer sales event is on at Johnson City Ford, and I'm here to tell you the car business is back. We've got inventory back with over 100 new Fords in stock. Discounts are back, so prices are down, interest rates are down, and rebates are up. In addition to all of that, I've got up to $2,000 in trade assistance cash available that you can put in your deal or put it in your pocket. So hurry to Johnson City Ford today, because with all that we've got going on, now is the time to buy.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here in Gray, Tennessee. David Crockett and Daniel Boone meeting for the 53rd time in the respective programs' histories. Kenny Hawkins alongside. I am Nick Dugan as we bring you another exciting edition of this one as you look high over top of Nathan Hale Stadium on the Empire Ford drone. Now down to the field as we get set to kick this one off. Kenny, as we just mentioned before the break, 2 teams that are coming in a little bit different spots in their seasons right now, but once you get here, you kind of throw all that out the window.
First of all, you're right, but how about this weather, okay? I mean, I'm going to have to pay Mark Reynolds off after this. I mean, great weather for football tonight between one of the most storied rivalries in Northeast Tennessee, maybe in the state. You can throw the records out in this game because everybody plays with a lot of passion and a lot of heart.
David Crockett getting set to kick this one off. It will be Dawson Callahan, number 8 in white. You can see David Crockett in the all whites with the gold tops. Daniel Boone in the all reds with the gold tops. And we are underway. It's a short kick, far sideline. Fielded at about the 18-yard line and out of bounds. Daniel Boone will start things off, 1st and 10 at about the 26-yard line.
At the 27 of Daniel Boone. We're going to be first and
It was Quinlan Held receiving that kick, and On comes the Daniel Boone offense. This is a Daniel Boone team that won every single game at home last year, Kenny, but the first 2 games at home this season, they've come up short. First to Clyde A. Irwin out of North Carolina, and then last week at West Ridge. Offense hoping to get something going quickly here.
Yeah, to think about it, we're talking about an offense led by quarterback Luke Jenkins. He played most of last season, then got hurt at the end of the year. Still not at 100%. I mean, the knee's perfect, but we're talking between the ears. Let's see if he gets a little bit more comfortable tonight with the team that he's with, because all of his guys, the one he was familiar with, they've all graduated.
It's Aiden Reiner on the carry, and he is going to be crucial in this game. Coach Jenkins said this week they got to get him going. He picks up 9 on the first play of the game.
And one of the things this team wanted to do is be able to run the ball right out of the box. Of course, they got some big guys up front on the offensive line, and you come out and right off the bat you pick up 9 yards.
Inside handoff this time is going nowhere. David Crockett all over it in the backfield. Tyson Matthews, the senior nose tackle for David Crockett, sniffed that one out. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
But one of the things they want to do is try and get Aiden Reiner started. This is a guy that has rushed for about 1,000 yards over the last year or so. Had a pretty good game last week against West Ridge, even though it was in a loss. But he really wants to find his rhythm like he had last season.
It was Aiden Perry getting the carry on 2nd down there. Coach talked about him, and they want to use these 2 backs a little bit more. Feel like Aiden Perry's a really young, athletic sophomore. They'd like to get involved. He stopped short there, but that brings up 3rd and short now for Daniel Boone. Two backs in the backfield. 2 receivers. Utzman is the man in motion. Handoff is to Reiner. Rolling over the 40 into the 44-yard line. That'll be more than enough for a Daniel Boone first down.
Great tackling, great blocking right there by Daniel Boone. In fact, the Upsman, as you mentioned, Aiden Perry taking it over the right side. Big hole, and he picks up a Garza first down.
Reiner was over 1,000 yards in 2022. He'll play 2 ways this year, so we'll have to see how that affects him. Last year only had to play offense on a team that was loaded with seniors. He will be on defense as well. Man in motion. That's Jackson Young. Snap to Jenkins. Fakes the handoff. Looks like a miscommunication there as the pass goes to no one in particular.
Well, I think it was tipped also, to be honest with you. I think 44, Colton Farrell, kind of tipped it at the line as well. Listen, I don't know what in the world Adrian Wynn has been eating, but he is a big man out there.
Adrian Wynn is certainly a guy to watch out for. He's the Sam linebacker for David Crockett, a 6'7", 225 senior. 2nd and 10. Handoff is to Reiner. Over the left side, not very much again over that left-hand side as a whole host of tacklers led by Adrian Wynn comes up with the stop after about a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 8.
Let me tell you what, if these guys play basketball, this might be one of my picks this year. Because they got some – he said this week when talking to Hayden Shanley, they might not have a lot of beef, but they got some tall guys on that line.
Certainly an athletic line. And Adrian Wynn, they go with a 3 down front, but Wynn will line up as that 4th down lineman and a defensive end. It's a long 3rd down here, 3rd and 8 for Daniel Boone. Jenkins claps his hands. Looking left. It's complete in the backfield to Aiden Perry. Perry down the far sideline to the 30, to the 20, to 10, and he skates into the end zone. Touchdown, Trailblazers.
Not going to catch him. You know, if you can't get him running on the backfield with the handoff, then throw it to him out in the flat. Let him get to the corner, and then he just outran the defensive backs for the Pioneers.
An easy dump off from Luke Jenkins to Aiden Perry, and Perry takes that one the rest of the way to the house. It's 6-0 Daniel Boone. C.J. Lazat will be the place kicker. Snap and hold is good. The kick is good. 7-0 Daniel Boone takes the lead. We'll go to break. David Crockett trying to retaliate, get back on the board after an opening drive touchdown from the Trailblazers. You're watching the Musket Bowl on ABC Tri-Cities.
Grand opening specials at Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City and Kingsport will leave you asking, how do they do that? Discounts up to $9,500 on select 23 Silverado 1500 crew cab, 24 tracks, $21,495. Great prices, great selection, and world-class service. Now 2 locations will leave you asking, how do they do that?
The best things in life are free. You know, the simple things. Things that bring us joy, comfort, and peace of mind. Things you simply enjoy. With Eastman Credit Union's Beyond Free checking account, that's exactly what you'll get. A checking account that meets your financial needs with no hassles, no hidden fees, and all the features that make managing your money stress-free. Experience the freedom of a Beyond Free checking account from Eastman Credit Union. Open your account today at ecu.org/free.
Grand opening specials at Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City and Kingsport will leave you asking, how do they do that? 23 Silverado 2500 custom 4x4 pickup 55,545, 23 Trailblazer 23,585. Great selection, great pricing, and world-class service now in 2 locations will leave you asking, how do they do that?
Grabbing that very first strike, scoring on a long pass to Aiden Perry for a touchdown. They lead 7-0.
And I want to tell you something. This is a team that struggled in the opening game against a team from North Carolina. Now, granted, that team from North Carolina had a really good defense. They really didn't get anything going last week against West Ridge. So to come out and start the game that way, that's got to be pleasing to the Blazers.
Lazat to kick this one away. Callahan to return. He takes it past the 25 to the 30, wrestled down there. A nice tackle from A.J. Burke, the junior, wraps him up. So Crockett will take over 1st and 10 from about the 31-yard line.
Well, the question is do we go with the starter at the beginning of last week or do we go with the kid with the hot hand?
Still waiting to see.
I think it's number 9 who came
behind
out
those big linemen. And number 9 is actually Jake Whaley, who's going to take a direct snap here to lead off the game.
Exactly.
Whaley, a senior, had a couple scores last week. Whaley with 2 backs to his right and left. Whaley, the snap, runs
motion.
right, tracking, escapes 1 tackle just barely, and then he's finally brought down by Aiden Reiner near the line of scrimmage.
Picks up about 2 yards. Obviously, Boone close to having him down in the backfield.
It was Henry Hamlin, the junior, a captain on this Daniel Boone team. He missed the opener of the season, Kenny. He's back, and thank goodness he is for their defense. 132 tackles for Henry Hamlin last season for the Trailblazers.
This is actually a surprise. We didn't talk about this week with Coach Chanley, and we didn't know that Whaley would be under center, or should I say in the shotgun, running the Wildcat. But he's back there again. It makes you wonder where the starting quarterbacks or 2 quarterbacks that played last week are.
Handoff is to Callahan. Callahan gashing up the middle, finds some space. Close to the 40, he'll be dragged down at the 38-yard line. So a good run from Callahan, the senior. He runs 5'11", 175. But Kenny, Coach Chanley said he runs very hard, much bigger than his 175.
He does. He runs north and south. He runs downhill. And one good thing for the Pioneers is now they make it a manageable 3rd down. You only got about 3 yards if you're going to pick up the 1st down and extend the play.
Looks like they're going to stay with Whaley again here on 3rd and about medium. We'll call it a long 3.
I can guarantee you this is something they didn't see on the tape. When they studied this week, it took us by surprise
Whaley.
as well.
On the keeper, it's Reiner in the backfield. The strong safety comes up and makes the stop to force a 4th down. Big work from Reiner there, Kenny.
Surely you're going to punt on your side of the field, and that's what they're going to do.
It looks like they will line up to punt because number 8's out there. That's Dawson Callahan. He is the kicker punter for the Pioneers this season.
Daniel Boone has an opportunity to pick up really great field position, especially if they decide to receive this instead of
kick
is fair catch it, but he's still around 25, 30-yard line.
Kick is fair caught by Jackson Utzman at about the 24-yard line. As Daniel Boone will take back over, we head to break. 6:59 left in the first quarter. Daniel Boone leading 7-0 here at the Musket Bowl in Gray, Tennessee.
Are you ready to travel the roads of this great country without the hassles of driving? American Tours and Charters, based in Kingsport, features modern ADA-compliant motor coaches for up to 56 passengers. Upcoming trips include a Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade with Black Friday shopping in New York and a red-eye to New York City for last-minute Christmas shopping. Don't miss your chance to book these amazing trips.
Let American Tours and Charters take your family on their next fun adventure where your safety always comes first.
Here at Kerwin's Volunteer Motors, we've managed to keep our prices below retail. We have 2 great locations on the Volunteer Parkway, just north of the Bristol Motor Speedway. We specialize in pre-owned 4-wheel drive trucks and SUVs. Don't forget about our great selection of Bentelli e-bikes. We also now carry a huge selection of Bentelli street legal golf carts. So come see me in Harbor for a great deal on your next 4-wheel drive truck.
Get a real deal.
21 carries, 203 yards.
Welcome back to Gray, Tennessee. Here, the Musket Bowl, the 53rd meeting between Daniel Boone and David Crockett. Daniel Boone, first drive, very successful. A short pass to Aiden Perry. He did the rest. They led 7-0. They do lead 7-0, I should say. Crockett stopped, had to punt, and now the Trailblazers back with the ball, looking to make it a 2-score lead. Strong tosses to Reiner. Reiner's got a few blocks out in front of him. Stops, lowers the shoulder, and gets out across the 30, maybe to the 32-yard line. Tyson Matthews finally pushing him out of bounds, but not before Reiner lowers the shoulder.
Great run, really, by Reiner, because actually he was almost stopped after about a yard or two, and then I think he did the last 3 or 4 on his own around the sideline.
A gain of 9, so that brings up 2nd down and 1. Jenkins has 2 backs. He gives off to Perry. Perry pushing forward. He's going to be close to that line. Coming in to make the stop, that's Colton Farrell, the junior. I'm not sure he's going to get it.
On the carry, Colton Farrell on the tackle. And that pick up good.
I think Perry got up a little wobbly there. I hope he's going to be okay. Just kind of point to the sidelines. Maybe they should come out and get him. But that was a Garza Law Firm first down for Daniel Boone.
A Garza Law Firm first down for Daniel Boone indeed. Farrell on the stop, but Perry gets enough for the first down yardage. So it's 1st and 10. They'll go with this double back set again. 3 receivers. Handoff to Perry. Perry searching for a hole. He's not going to find one. It's Farrell again. Kenny, we talked to head coach Hayden Chanley about Farrell this week, and he said he's a wrestler, has great quickness, not super heavy, but his athleticism is what's going to get him some tackles here in the backfield, and it's already showing in the first quarter.
Well, he said that he's a work in progress, and he keeps continuing to get better and better, and we're really seeing that tonight so far.
12 tackles, 2.5 for loss coming into this game on the season for Colton Farrell. It's 2nd down and 10. Jenkins rolls, still rolling, looks, firing downfield. It's incomplete. Intended for Casey Fitzwater, the senior, but it was out of bounds and broken up.
Well, now they put themselves into a long 3rd down situation. That's probably one of those passes you probably wanted back. I don't know if he was throwing it. Was he throwing to Fitzwater or just trying to throw it out of bounds?
It was in Fitzwater's area, but he was well covered out there on the sideline. I'm not sure he would have been able to get down inbounds either way. It brings up a 3rd down and 10. But the Trailblazers still in that 2-back set. 3 receiver set. 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Reiner and Perry are the backs. And we got a false start.
Yeah, that's something that the coach is not going to be happy with as they jump offside, and that's Quinlan. Hailed. Well, Quinlan should have hailed there. Not take it off. Exactly.
Trying to hold on a little bit more. The freshman, coach described him as a blossoming player, but is just a young freshman still trying to learn the ropes a little bit. That'll set him back 3rd and 14, a long 14 for Daniel Boone. Jenkins, straight drop, looks over the middle. He has a man complete, close to the marker. It looks like he's going to be a yard or 2 short. That was Jackson Young on the reception.
That was a good pass. It was a little high, but Jackson Young made an outstanding catch. That puts him pretty much at midfield. Now it's going to be 4th and probably about 1, maybe 1.5. The way your defense played in the opening series, yeah, this is a no-brainer. I think you got to go for it.
They're keeping the offense on the field as Daniel Boone. They've got about just a yard to go. So a big 4th down on their own side of the field here.
And if you're Hayden Chanley, you're probably telling your squad, don't jump off sides. All right, don't get baited in the jumping off sides. And Jeremy Jenkins calls a timeout. He wants to talk about it.
Jenkins calling a timeout. Maybe wanted to see how they would line up. And that fourth down play, the defense might line up on the fourth down play, maybe try and call up something different. But at any rate, it is a timeout. We talked to Coach Chanley, and he said this is a three-down defense, a three-down lineman defense. But usually they'll bring pressure from somewhere else with a fourth guy. They had four guys lined up on the line there, obviously expecting something short to come through. We'll see how they go back out and line up once we come out of this timeout.
Well, he told me Thursday, and you were on there as well, if we have four out there, 99% of the time, we're bringing the house.
I think he said three out there, and they're bringing a fourth from somewhere else 99% of the time. So they're going to have four guys coming. It's just a matter of where.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how many they line up as down linemen here on a 4th and short for Daniel Boone.
You know, I've always wondered, and this is just me, it's a preference, 4th and short, I want to get up under the center, I just want to get up under the center, just move it forward. I just think once you get into the shotgun, now it's 4th and 5. Great run.
Short yardage play breaks into a long yardage touchdown. Aiden Reiner to the house, 55 yards. The Trailblazers up 13-0.
I think the Pioneers were waiting on something short as well. Since it was 4th and 1, they go over the left side, don't go right up the middle. And then, Reiner looked like he was shot out of a cannon, to be honest with you, as he took that about 55 yards for the touchdown. And quickly, just like that, Daniel Boone's in front of this contest, 13-0.
You can see on the window source replay, there was nobody in front of him. He broke a long way for another score as Daniel Boone jumping on top quickly. The extra point from Lizotte is blocked, and so it will stay 13-0.
That's where those tall guys come from. That's how they were able to get in there and block that, because they have so much length in our span. That's how they were able to block that kick.
So special teams keeps 1 point off the board, but Daniel Boone strikes again, leading 13-0 here in Gray. We'll be back here with more of the Musket Bowl on ABC Tri-Cities.
Are you or someone you love encountering new challenges and everyday tasks? It may be time to consider Christian Assisted Living of Johnson City. Find comfort and safety in our secured assisted living residences. Here, you'll have peace of mind knowing personal care services are available 24 hours a day. You'll have the care you need when you need it, and opportunities for fun and personal enrichment. Don't forget, we're pet friendly too. Call to schedule a tour or visit ChristianAssistedLivingofJC.com to find out more.
Looking for top-notch roofing and restoration services? Look no further than Pisgah Roofing and Restoration. They're your local experts in quality craftsmanship and competitive pricing. From re-roofs to roof repairs, siding, windows, solar energy, and guttering systems. We do it all with a passion for perfection. Serving the Tri-Cities, Pisgah Roofing and Restoration is your trusted and local partner. Contact us at 423-930-9066 for your roofing and restoration needs.
Building stronger roofs, building stronger communities.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl, presented by Food City here in Gray, Tennessee. Kenny, Daniel Boone, another touchdown, a long one on a 4th and short. Aiden Reiner takes it 55 yards, they're thereabouts, as Daniel Boone kicking off, now leading 13-0.
I don't know if anybody touched him as he went over the left side. Then he shows the Jets, and as you just talked about, nobody's going to catch him.
Dylan Maupin on the return. He is swallowed up immediately.
Open field tackle that time.
An excellent tackle from Daniel Boone, as David Crockett will be right at the 20-yard line to start this drive. And Kenny, it looks like once again they'll go with Jake Whaley, the senior, listed as a running back, will take the snap here again from the shotgun.
It makes you wonder, obviously, we talked earlier about the situation that's going on. This was never talked about in pregame, that there would be someone else under center. So a little shocking that they're down to their running back or wide receiver in there playing quarterback. Here's the thing, too. If you're Daniel Boone, then one of the things that you want to do, you load the box. Whaley hasn't shown he can throw the football yet. I mean, basically either he has taken it or he's handed off. So you load the box and you force him to throw the football, see what kind of arm he has.
Callahan on the carry there on first down. He gets about 5. It brings up a 2nd and 5 for the Pioneers. Still Whaley. Snap is low, handled. Callahan takes the inside give. He's going to run his way past the first down marker to about the 32-yard line. That's a Garza Law Firm first down.
Good run by Callahan. A lot of that himself. He carried defenders at least 3 or 4 yards before picking up that Garza Law Firm first down.
Gunnar Kirk, among others, in there for the stop for the Trailblazers, but it is a Garza Law Firm first down for the David Crockett Pioneers. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Whaley will look over to the sideline. Now gets the call. Handoffs to Callahan. This time, Daniel Boone doing a better job of sniffing that one out. A pile of bodies in there. Guess who leading the way? It's Henry Hamlin after a short gain of about 1.
He's had a really good game so far. Short pickup for the Pioneers. That puts them now into 2nd and long. I don't know. I was talking a moment ago. Has Whaley thrown one yet?
No. No, David Crockett has not thrown the ball yet here in the first quarter. Of course, Jake Whaley listed as a running back. Neither A.J. Wynn or Jake Fox under center. Snap is
exchange.
Handled, but then fumbled on the give. Callahan gets back on top of it. But they'll lose at least a yard, if not 2, and that brings up a 3rd down and long.
And see, that's the other thing that happens when you're switching in and out quarterbacks. As far as handing off, everybody hands off different, and that was a bad exchange that time with Callahan. That's the reason why he dropped the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got themselves into a long 3rd down situation.
Kelly Grossfield on the sideline has more on the game. Kelly?
You got 20 and 30 on your close.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm just caught up in the game because Boone is just blazing a trail right to the end zone. They came out hot and heavy with 2 touchdowns. Even though they have a missed kick, it's still 13-0.
It's 4th and long.
Kelly thanks Jake Whaley. Kenny throws his first pass of the game. It's not very long. It's a sideways pass to Callahan, and he is swallowed up immediately. That's going to bring up a 4th down and long here for the Pioneers.
Yeah, once again, Daniel Boone has an opportunity to pick up great field position off this punt. You're right. He didn't really throw it down the field. Kind of threw a screen pass. We got a flag on the field. This might back him up even further.
It is. It's going to be an illegal substitution on the Pioneers.
Illegal substitution against the Pioneers.
So it will back them up a few more yards before they can punt this thing away. Dawson Callahan already has his heels on the 13-yard line, and that's going to be even closer to the end zone now.
Daniel Boone, you get up here, no need to rush. Go back, drop into your positions. Try and set up a wall for your returner.
Jackson Utzman is the returner.
So go ahead and wave a fair catch, and they're going to have it pretty much at midfield.
So Jackson Utzman takes the fair catch at about the 48-yard line, and that's where Daniel Boone will set up 1st and 10 with time winding down in the first quarter. We'll step aside. 13-0 Daniel Boone on top here in the Musket Bowl.
Some of the hottest deals are happening right now, Bach and Bernard, right here in Greenville. Look at the brand new Colorado. How about the Canyon truck? We've got them. What about Silverados? We've got those in stock. How about Sierra trucks? We've got plenty of them. What about the 24 HDs? We've got them also. Brand new Acadias, brand new Traverse. What about a Suburban or a Tahoe? And we've got Cadillacs for your selection. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet, GMC Cadillac, right here in Greenville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
Hi, we're Tom and Brenda Howard. We've been in the Dillo Taylor family for over 30 years.
And as new owners, our family is committed to the same compassionate service you've come to know since 1929.
Rebecca and I welcome the Howard family to continue the legacy of Dillo Taylor Funeral Home.
Our experience and desire to honor your loved one has made every funeral one to be remembered. Serving your family is our privilege and promise.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Musket Bowl, presented by Food City. And Kenny, while we were away here, a personal foul, I believe it was a roughing the passer on David Crockett, so that'll set Daniel Boone up even more nicely here at the 32-yard line as they start that drive, 1st and 10.
One of the things that Coach Chanley talked about that happened last week, had too many turnovers so far in this game. There's been too many penalties.
Handoff to Perry. He gets the edge inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. It's very close to a first down. And a flag at the end.
He did. He pushed him once he got out of bounds. The kid almost fell over the railing along the track, so that was an easy call to make.
It looks like it's going to be on the senior Whaley, who's been taking snaps at quarterback. He also plays safety for the team. Excuse me, he is the Mike linebacker. He is the heart of that defense. He just got the emotions got a little bit of the better of him there as he shoves Perry out of bounds. It's going to be a Garza Law Firm first down inside the 10-yard line. They'll set it up at about the 9. Jenkins in the shotgun. 3 receiver set with a tight end and a back. Give is to Reiner. Reiner bruising his way inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. Thad Estep, the junior, in on the stop for Crockett. It's going to be 2nd down inside the 5-yard line. Second down and 10, close to the goal line here, Kenny, but the formation remains the same. It's 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back. And the back is Reiner. Reiner. The give, pushing, but he's going to be short.
Yeah, they had him spread out. You knew they were going to run it up the middle. Obviously, the Pioneers' defense stops them at the line, pretty much for no gain.
Just about no gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 2. Boone, if they're going anywhere, Coach said, will go over the left side of that line. A.J. Burke, a 2-year starter. Keegan Kilgore is back after tearing an ACL in 2022, and that's the left tackle and the left guard. They like to go behind that left side of the line.
They're going to let the clock wind down, so we're going to head to the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter here. Daniel Boone jumping out to a quick lead here in the Musket Bowl, 13-0. 2nd quarter action on the other side.
Being a basketball coach isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. I wish it was, but sometimes it feels like it's all the hours of the week kind of job. Buddy, if there's something that saves me some time, I'm all for it.
Coach, is that my dress shampoo?
Don't judge me. Every minute I save is a precious minute I get to spend at home. That's why I love using Go-Kart curbside pickup at Food City. I order my groceries online, and they bring them right to my car in the parking lot.
Order for Barnes?
Hey, that's me.
The summer sales event is on at Johnson City Ford, and I'm here to tell you the car business is back. We've got inventory back with over 100 new Fords in stock. Discounts are back, so prices are down, interest rates are down, and rebates are up. In addition to all of that, I've got up to $2,000 in trade assistance cash available that you can put in your deal or put it in your pocket. So hurry to Johnson City Ford today, because with all that we've got going on, now is the time to buy.
Welcome back to Football Friday Night, the Musket Bowl, the Trailblazers.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl, presented by Food City. Welcome back to Gray, Tennessee. Here, Daniel Boone and David Crockett meeting for the 53rd time in the two programs' histories. And Kenny, the Trailblazers out to a blazing fast start. 13-0 is the lead, and they're knocking on the door for more here to start the second.
I kind of like that play on words. I don't know if you thought I would miss that. Out to a blazing start. I mean, you're right. It has been a first quarter to forget for the Pioneers. And right now with their backs against the wall again.
3rd and goal from the 2. Snap is to Jenkins. Give is to Reiner. He pushes. Touchdown, Trailblazers. Aiden Reiner for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
which is kind of funny because he got in behind or in front of his big lineman, and he kind of helped push him across the goal line.
Keegan Kilgore, that senior that we mentioned, as you'll see here on the Window Source replay, Kilgore, a 5'11", 235 left guard, and they like to run over him, and Reiner's a big guy himself. They get another touchdown. Daniel Boone looks to take a 20-0 lead, but Lizote's extra point is wide left. So it's 19-0 Daniel Boone. We'll step aside. David Crockett looking for some momentum on offense when they receive the kick here. Coming back after the break.
Life took a big bite out of the checkbook this month.
Hold on.
And then our old heating and cooling system needed to be replaced.
So we got a new energy-efficient Amana brand system.
Our Amana dealer provided us with several financing options, which was a big help. And we didn't have to ask for a contribution.
Not a dime.
Call John Leggs Heating and Air today for all your heating and cooling needs.
Thank you.
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 From all of us here, we want to thank you for being the best part of Dempsey's Jewelers.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl, presented by Food City. Daniel Boone strikes again, Kenny, right at the start of the second quarter. 19-0 now is the lead for the Blazers here at home.
It has been a lopsided affair, obviously, for Daniel Boone so far in the first half.
LaMarcus Dunn receives the kick. He's across the 30, now to the 35, up past the 40. So a good return. Maybe what David Crockett needs is Dunn, the rangy junior, gets him out past the 40.
And let me tell you what I like about that. Dunn fields that kick, takes off, comes down the right side. He had an option. He could have gone out of bounds, but I like that. He cut it back inside, maybe picked up 2 or 3 more yards before he was taken down by Daniel Boone.
Well, they'll play LaMarcus Dunn all over. We'll see if Whaley comes back out at quarterback. But with Whaley in there, Kenny, you have to assume that guys like Dunn, they got to figure out another way to get him involved. He's just too good of an athlete, but maybe Whaley doesn't quite have the experience throwing it deep downfield to Dunn.
Well, I'm still shocked that basically they just have not flooded the box. You got 3 out on the flat. Maybe he throws this time.
He does throw, and it's nearly intercepted. Henry Hamlin nearly came up with the pick.
That's the reason why you're not throwing. All right, and here's the thing. Daniel Boone knows that, and so they're going to pretty much say if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to beat us with your arm. So we're going to come after you here pretty soon.
Coach Jenkins saying Hamlin is just such a heady player, like having a coach on the field, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He nearly comes up with a pick there at midfield. Instead, just an incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Whaley has 4 receivers. This time he's going to keep it himself. Straight up the middle. Not a ton of room as a whole host of Blazers in on the stop. Looked like Gunnar Kirk was the first to arrive. Josh Briggs also in on the tackle.
Once again, Crockett in a 3rd down, a long situation. Obviously, if they're not able to pick up this 1st down, they'll have to punt it to Daniel Boone and put them once again back in good field position. I don't know if Crockett has been across half field today, have they?
If so, it's not been by much. And here we got a flag on the play.
That's going to move him back even more for a false start.
It is a false start on the Pioneers. That'll back them up 3rd and 15. And Kenny, it is interesting to see Crockett. You wonder if they're just trying to spread the defense out more than they are themselves, but they line up with 4 wide receivers there on 3rd and 10. And as we mentioned, Whaley really has not played quarterback at all this season. He's taken a couple direct snaps and run it, but interesting to see Crockett continue to spread their offense out.
Well, that's what you call a decoy. You know the little plastic ducks you put out on the water?
That's right.
Okay, not that I'm a hunter, okay? I'm not saying that. But that's a decoy. That's what they're doing is by putting everybody out.
Well, he goes to the air here up to Dunn, and it's broken up, incomplete. So almost making me eat my words as I said them. But Dunn can't quite come down with the long pass, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Dunn almost was able to bring it down. He also could have possibly been flagged for pass interference on the offensive side. But what you're doing now is you're trying to let the defense, you're going to try and keep them honest. But that is a pass where you're hoping that your wide receiver makes the play.
They are going to punt it away, is David Crockett. Dawson Callahan back. Jackson Utzman, the senior for Daniel Boone, haven't called his name too much. The snap goes over the kicker's head. He's going to have to get this one away, and he does. A good play just to get this one back near midfield. Utzman with a fair catch at the 47. What a play by Callahan to keep his head on straight and punt it away.
Because most of the time you'll see when it's like that, then they'll get back there and just kind of kick it out of bounds. But, you know, he had an opportunity to pick it up, square up, and make a good kick and put it down at the half field.
Dawson Callahan saving some serious position there. Here's the window source replay. And Utzman calling that fair catch. But, I mean, David Crockett fortunate to have gotten that ball away as far as it was. It'll set up a 1st and 10 now for Daniel Boone, already knocking on midfield. It's that same set. Jenkins back there with both Aidens in the backfield. 3 receivers. Handoff is Reiner. Reiner's going to throw. He looked to throw for a second. Now cuts back left, and he's got a lot of green grass. To the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Trailblazers.
Let me tell you who made that play. Number 1 made that play, Jackson Young, when he made the block downfield that sprung him for at least 10, 15 more yards. Now, he's going to be kicking himself tomorrow that he didn't score that touchdown, but Jackson Young made a good block downfield.
Check out the window source replay. I mean, Kenny, this looked like to be a halfback pass.
Right here. There it is right there in front.
Big block downfield from Jackson Young, and Reiner rolls into the end zone for his 3rd score of the night. And still 9:59 left in the second quarter. So a broken play turns out in Daniel Boone's favor. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for 2, Kenny.
Well, the way you've been playing, they have that luxury. Okay, because the offense has played really well. I thought he was stopped at the 1, so that was 3 touchdowns. Great run by him. Why not give it to your running backs and let him take it in? Just too quick getting to the corner and scoring the 2-point conversion.
Aiden Perry, the sophomore, gets to the edge, makes it 27-0. We'll take a break. Daniel Boone all over rival David Crockett here in Gray, Tennessee. Back with more Musket Bowl action on the other side.
I'm Dr. Greg Stewart, and at Watauga Orthopedics, we're counting on you, counting on us. Expert orthopedic care is available at our 3 easy-to-access walk-in clinics, in the operating room after an injury, and on the sidelines during the big game. Plus, our after-hours virtual clinic lets an orthopedic specialist evaluate your injury and recommend care right from the comfort of your home. Simply click Virtual Clinic at WataugaOrtho.com to get started. When you need orthopedic care, count on the experts at Watauga Orthopedics.
Looking for top-notch roofing and restoration services? Look no further than Pisgah Roofing and Restoration. They're your local experts in quality craftsmanship and competitive pricing. From re-roofs to roof repairs, siding, windows, solar energy, and guttering systems. We do it all with a passion for perfection. Serving the Tri-Cities, Pisgah Roofing and Restoration is your trusted and local partner. Contact us at 423-930-9066 for your roofing and restoration needs.
Building stronger roofs, building stronger communities.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl presented by Food City. Daniel Boone all over their rivals, 27-0 here. It's still 9:59 left to play in the second quarter. Kenny, it's really been all Boone offense. The defense has done well, but hasn't needed to do much.
Well, they're going to break here because he kicks it out of bounds, so they're going to pick up a little yardage. But here's the thing. You can tell that this is a football team right now that just doesn't have their head into this contest. and I assume it has to do with what took place, the news that came out earlier today, that 4 or 5 of their players were not playing in this contest because the situation at the high school. We know that a Hayden Shanley team is always prepared, and this they have just not been in this contest so far in the first half.
It's got to be tough when your starting quarterback, a freshman, and your backup quarterback, Jake Fox, a senior, have not touched the field yet. You're going to a running back, a senior, sure, with experience, but not really at the quarterback position, and asking him to do a good bit here in a rivalry matchup.
That's right. Sideline reporter Kelly Grossfield went over to check to see if those 2 young men were on the sidelines. Let's go down to her. Kelly? Well, I guess we had some technical difficulties, so we'll go to her in just a second.
Cooper Osborne all up in the backfield on a first down run attempt, and that goes backwards for David Crockett. Second down and at least 16 upcoming here for the guys in white.
That's basically when you're in the backfield before it's handed off. And you're pretty much telling the quarterback, don't give it to me, man. Don't give it to me, okay? Please don't give it to me.
Second down and 16 upcoming here for Crockett. It's Whaley in again at quarterback, takes the snap. Give is to Callahan. Callahan is brought down almost immediately. Josh Briggs, the junior, 6 foot 270, and he fell right on top of Callahan.
Wow, that's a lot of beef. I can say that, okay? You can't. I can say that.
Oh, I didn't say
being a hefty man myself. So right now, David Crockett with just over 8 minutes would love to get something started. Once again, they're in an extremely 3rd and long.
3rd down and a country mile. Whaley in the backfield. There's motion. Whaley setting up for the screen pass. Henry Hamlin sniffed it out almost immediately. Dylan Callahan with the catch, but Hamlin makes the tackle after a very short gain. It's going to be 4th and long.
I tell you, one of the things we might see from David Crockett with Whaley in at quarterback, we might see some run option situations, maybe roll him out and give him the option either to keep or maybe throw it downfield. He can't stay in the pocket because Daniel Boone's getting to him.
They certainly got to him there, and David Crockett will punt this one away. Dawson Callahan is back to kick. Utzman is again back to receive the punt. Snap is bounced, and now they're just going to kick it out of bounds. Callahan boots it off the ground out of bounds. I think it's going to be an illegal kick. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, because he kicked it forward and still kicking back. Now let's go down to the sidelines with Kelly Grossfield, who has more on the Pioneer quarterback situation. Kelly.
Hey guys, after taking a trip to the Crockett sideline, not only do you notice is it incredibly quiet, but you do see that 4 and 18, 4 is AJ Wynn, 18 is Jake Fox. They are not dressed out, which is pretty important considering they are 2 of the team's quarterbacks, and they did win in the game against Cherokee last week. Is that making a difference in the game? Well, you tell me. It's 27-0 as the Trailblazers continue to blaze on to the end zone. But now we're going to toss it back to you for gameplay.
It'll be 1st and 10, Trailblazers. It'll be 1st and 10, Trailblazers.
Kelly, thanks. And Kenny, as we weren't sure, but now Kelly doing some good reporting for us. Neither A.J. Wynn or Jake Fox can be seen dressed on the sidelines. That's why they go to Jake Whaley. I mean, those are your top 2 quarterbacks on the depth chart. Certainly, it doesn't appear to be dressed for this game.
it's probably something that Whaley didn't want to hear when the coach comes to you and says, listen, you're our only option tonight, kid, because we don't have any of the other guys who have played in the first 2 games. Both quarterbacks played last week against Cherokee. In fact, the starting quarterback got pulled after 4 interceptions, and then the freshman came in and had a great game. And neither one of them are over on the sideline right now, as we mentioned. If they are, they're not dressed out.
Jenkins dropping back. His pass is deflected. It's Jake Whaley. Looked like he was in there, and Whaley has having to do a lot tonight. Probably a lot more than he thought he was going to have to do as the Mike linebacker.
Hold up. He's also playing on defense as well. Is he ever going to get a rest?
I'm not sure he is, Kenny. I mean, he has 28 tackles through 2 games on the season for this defense.
Goodness.
A forced fumble, 3.5 tackles for loss. He is a do-it-all guy for the Pioneers.
Man.
2nd and 10, give is to Reiner. Reiner is going to be absolutely stuffed.
Well, that started, first of all, with a high snap. You know, he didn't have to jump, but he had to catch it high and bring it down before he could get the offense going.
Colton Farrell in off the stop. Another good play by the defensive end. This brings up 3rd down and long.
Well, you got 3rd down, 10 yards, basically, maybe 9. I got 2 plays. Either A, I'm giving it to Reiner over the left side, or B, I'm going to throw it out to the flat again on the one we scored, or should I say they scored earlier in the game.
Man in motion. Jenkins back, still has time to throw. Now he escapes. He's under pressure.
Get rid of it.
He throws it, and it is incomplete. I mean, he was getting pressure from Adrian Wynn, that 6'7" senior, all in his face. Lucky to get that one away.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen Hayden Chandley run that fast since he played here. He was looking for intentional grounding. He was saying that Luke's knee was down before he got it away. Now you got Jenkins coming off the field at 4th and 10 at the 30-yard line, 25-yard line. I can't see. There's a timeout by.
They will take a timeout.
Discuss it as to whether or not they go for it.
4th and 10. It looked like Jenkins was coming off the field. We're going to send things now back down to the sideline again. Kelly Grossfield. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, the energy is fantastic here on the Boone sideline. I want to show you. Let's flip around here. Go check this out. The cheerleaders are having a great time. Look at the crowd. This is a huge student section. They look a little bored right now because, you know what, this game is a little boring for them because 27-0, nothing to really get excited about. But you know what? I think I would rather have it that way. Look at them. We see that energy over there. Mr. America having a good time. Overall, you know, we mentioned what's going on the Crockett sideline, but, you know, they need that energy to help that team out, and that student section just does not have what's going on over here at Boone. But I'm going to toss it back to you.
Kelly, thanks so much.
Look, the way things are going, they're going to need more than Mr. America. They may need Thor. They might need Iron Man. I mean, if you're the Pioneers, you might need some help.
They're going to have to assemble all the Avengers here for this one.
Exactly.
Interesting. Daniel Boone will go for it. 4th and 10.
No-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Your defense has been fantastic.
Jenkins back to pass, looking up top, a wide open receiver, and he drops the football. Quinlan held, looked like he had it in the breadbasket and just couldn't quite hang on. It's an incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on the Trailblazers, it's going to be declined and a turnover on downs.
You can't check this out, the window source replay. You can't put it any better than this by Luke Jenkins. You lay it up, you let your receiver run under it, and he has it in his hands and then drops it before he comes down. And his last name, Hale.
Yeah.
But he didn't hold. I'm having a lot of fun with that day tonight.
Held, unable to hold on to this one as it's a turnover on downs. David Crockett back out now on offense. As they're looking for something, anything here before the end of the half to try and get them going.
With 6:38, yeah, what they'd like to do is go down and put some points on the board, if not by a touchdown, at least by a field goal. The last thing that you want to do is to turn this ball over and allow Boone to go back in and score before they go to the half.
Callahan getting a lot of run up there. Garrett Trivett in on the stop for Daniel Boone. Callahan gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, a yard at most, to bring up 2nd down and long.
And even though there's still 6 minutes, I would be shocked if they don't run as much time as possible to try and get to the half. And you can kind of tell they're kind of taking their time as they come back into the huddle. This should be another running play, and they'll take their time getting up again as the clock continues to run.
It is still Jake Whaley in at quarterback. Callahan to his right. 3 receivers set in the tight end. Fakes the handoff. It's a run-pass option, and Daniel Boone is all over him in the backfield. I mean, you name them, they were probably there. Hamlin, Gunnar Kirk, and a whole host of Trailblazers coming in to make the stop.
Yeah, the only one that wasn't in on that tackle was Jeremy Jenkins. The way it looked, I mean, Whaley looked like he's playing two-hand touch there, trying to get away from the Boone defenders. Once again, Pioneers trying to run as much time off the clock as well, about 20 seconds on the shot clock, but they on the game clock, but they still have a lot of time. I mean, they're going to have to give the ball over to Boone unless they're able to pick up a 1st down.
3rd down and long, and now we have a whistle. Daniel Boone's going to take a timeout.
I think timeout was by Jenkins.
Yep, Daniel Boone calling the timeout. We're going to take that timeout with him, Kenny. 5:06 left here in the second quarter. Daniel Boone all over David Crockett, 27-0. More action from the Musket Bowl on the other side.
Some of the hottest deals are happening right now, Bach and Bernard, right here in Greenville. Look at the brand new Colorado. How about the Canyon truck? We've got them. What about Silverados? We've got those in stock. How about Sierra trucks? We've got plenty of them. What about the 24 HDs? We've got them also. Brand new Acadias, brand new Traverse. What about a Suburban or a Tahoe? And we've got Cadillacs for your selection. Make the short trip to Bach and Bernard Chevrolet, GMC Cadillac, right here in Greenville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
The best things in life are free. You know, the simple things. Things that bring us joy, comfort, and peace of mind. Things you simply enjoy. With Eastman Credit Union's Beyond Free checking account, that's exactly what you'll get. A checking account that meets your financial needs with no hassles, no hidden fees, and all the features that make managing your money stress-free. Experience the freedom of a Beyond Free checking account from Eastman Credit Union. Open your account today at ecu.org/free.
Thank you for supporting Daniel Boone Athletics.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here, presented by Food City. Daniel Boone all over David Crockett, 27-0. Crockett with a 3rd and long here as they're looking to get some forward momentum in this ball game.
If you are not able to throw it, which it looks like they're going to go downfield, they got 3 wide. And they try to. That's a fumble. I think that's recovered by Daniel Boone, even though there's a flag down.
There is a fumble. There's also a flag, so we'll have to wait and see how this all sorts out.
It looks like they were trying to snap it to the up man.
Correction, recovered by Pioneers.
And now they're waving the flag off, and they're saying that Crockett ended up with the recovery. Yeah, I didn't understand that one either.
So it looks like they're waving off the penalty, inadvertent flag, and that is a fumble recovered by Henry Hamlin. No, it looks like they're lining up for a punt. They're calling it an incomplete pass, perhaps, but they're going to punt this one away for David Crockett.
Exactly. It hit the up back off his face mask and then squirted forward.
This punt comes off the side of the foot of Dawson Callahan. It's not going to go very far, to the 36 perhaps. That's where Daniel Boone will take over, 1st and 10. We'll send things back down to our reporter on the sideline, Kelly Grossfield. Kelly, what's going on?
Nick, Kenny, well, this might be a first. I actually just heard one of the sheriff's deputies come over and tell the student section for Boone to quiet down. They were getting way too loud, way too rowdy because they're excited. I mean, this is just a runaway first half, and we are still a couple minutes until the quarter, but we're going to throw it back to gameplay.
Kelly, thanks. Got a lot to be excited about if you're a Daniel Boone student, a Daniel Boone fan tonight, leading 27-0, and they've got the ball in excellent field position again, taking over at the David Crockett 36.
Who says you're too loud? I mean, this is a football game, okay? Great pass out there to
Jackson Young on the reception, about 8 yards on the gain.
I mean, that's the Boone Mafia. I mean, that's like putting baby in a corner. Nobody tells the Boone Mafia to quiet down. Are you kidding me?
Everyone decked out in camo tonight. That seems to be the student section theme. And they're still having a good time, and why not? 27-0 is the lead. Second down and short here for Daniel Boone. One man going in motion. That's one man in motion. Pass out there is complete.
I like that. I like that play. Casey Fitzwater out there in the flat. He comes up a little limp. Hopefully he'll be okay. But I like the fact that Luke got the ball out of his hands quickly.
Hard to tell with the gold numerals out there in the setting sun, but it is number 6, not number 5. That's Casey Fitzwater.
And that was a Garza Law Firm first down.
First down and 10 from the 18, and now a drone shot brought to you by Empire Ford here. Sun is setting, the lights are taking effect here at Nathan Hale Stadium. First and 10. Give is to Aiden Perry. Perry finding the edge. Inside the 10, to the 5. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Trailblazers. Aiden Perry with his second of the day, and now Daniel Boone is pouring it on.
He's just too quick. We saw that earlier. When he gets to the corner, you're not going to be able to catch him. He's just too fast. As you mentioned, that's his second touchdown. And this is the last thing you wanted to see. There you see the window source replay. And watch him get to the corner right there. Not going to catch it. Just too fast.
No one was catching number 8, Aiden Perry, the sophomore, an athletic guy. And he gets his second of the night. As Daniel Boone will try and make this a 35-point lead as they keep the offense out on the field. This time, maybe the first time all night, Jenkins is under center to take the snap. Fakes the give, throwing deep into the end zone. That's Henry Hamlin, the tight end. 2 points and a 35-0 lead.
Yeah, he had two options on that. He could have gone with the up man, but obviously the man in the back was wide open. So good pitch and catch that time by Luke Jenkins.
We have more now from our sideline reporter, Kelly Grossfield, who's on the Daniel Boone side. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, the lights are going crazy in the stadium, and so are the fans, because 33-0, this is incredible. I don't know if Boone knew if this is how the game was going to go, but I'll tell you right now, they are loving it. We have just 2 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first half. We're planning on talking to Jeremy Jenkins, the head coach, right before halftime, so stay with us as he talks about their performance so far, and I don't think he'll have any problems with it because Boone has been on a roll. They are going for that third win. They are ready to take that musket. We'll send it back to gameplay.
LaMarcus Dunn deep for the Pioneers.
Kelly, thanks. C.J. Lazote up to kick this one away, and David Crockett's going to have to run about the 2-minute drill if they want to get points on the board here before the half.
The way the offense has been going, it just wouldn't shock me if they don't try and get out of here and get the halftime. Stop the bleeding. You're already down 33-0. It's been difficult to watch. I mean, you don't have too many options when you're playing, I guess, ultimately your third-string quarterback in this contest.
Kick is away. Snagged there by Dylan Maupin, and Maupin is going to be tackled at about the 35-yard line. That's where David Crockett will take over, 1st and 10.
You know, let me tell you, the kickers for Daniel Boone have done a wonderful job. But, boy, did they not have a weapon last year when Shrewsbury was here kicking off and punting.
Yeah, young man now at VMI.
Yeah.
And Coach Jenkins said it was such a luxury to have him, and there's really no planning for not having him, right?
Exactly.
I mean, they come into this season, and Lizotte has done a nice job, but it's nothing like having a Shrewsbury on your sideline. David Crockett, 1st and 10 from about the 36. Back to passes. Whaley's going to dump this one off. Callahan slides out to about the 45-yard line, a gain of 8.
No, I like that. That was a nice play. You throw a little screen pass. You get the lineman to chase after you, the quarterback. You dump it over to your wide receiver or running back or whatever it is. He's got about 2 or 3 blockers in front, and you move the chains. Right now you're at 45. This is the closest I think you've been all night of getting to half field or midfield.
2nd and 2 coming here for the Pioneers. Whaley and Callahan in the backfield. Whaley, the give to Callahan. Callahan over midfield, pushing his way past the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of about 15 yards. Callahan trying to will his team to some points here before halftime.
Best run of the night, obviously, by the Pioneers.
They're going to go rather quickly here, setting up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. See if they can catch this Daniel Boone defense back on their heels a little bit. Whaley. Again, this time it's absolutely obliterated in the backfield. Cooper Osborne on the stop.
Well, big man got through. He beat his assignment, got into the backfield, makes a huge play, and now we're into 2nd and about 14 yards.
David Crockett going to try and preserve some clock here with a timeout. Cooper Osborne, 6'2", 215, a junior. He has 11 tackles and 4 for a loss coming into this one so far on the young season. He absolutely threw that block aside and got all the way to Callahan before he nearly had that in his belly.
One of the things that Coach Jenkins talked about this week, he talked about the fact that they lost a lot on that defensive line. In fact, one of the guys is now playing at ETSU. But they still have some big guys returning, and they're picking up experience each game.
Luke Scott, an all-state performer as well from Daniel Boone's defensive line. Gone from last season, but they've performed quite nicely here against a Crockett team that's really been forced, as far as we see, to run this ball with essentially their 3rd-string quarterback in tonight.
Yeah, and now you're in a situation with 1 minute and 27 seconds to go right before the half. Daniel Boone knows that you're going to have to put it in the air. You're not going to be able to run it in from here. So at times they're able to pin their ears back and come after you, and that's what just happened. That's what just happened a second ago with Osborne.
2nd down at about 15. Whaley. The screen pass out to Dunn. Dunn makes a nice move and gets up close to the marker. That's what LaMarcus Dunn can do. They just got to find a way to get it to him, as I believe they're going to give him a Garza Law Firm 1st down. No, short, short about 3rd and a yard.
Well, how many times have we heard coaches say, well, all I need to do is get it into the hands of our playmakers? That's what Crockett is doing right now with LaMarcus Dunn.
Coming into this one, had 7 catches for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. Snap to Whaley. Whaley on the keeper. 3rd and short. Is he going to get there? It depends on the spot. It's going to depend on the spot. I'm not so sure he got it.
Well, we got 3 and 2, about a minute to go.
They give him the Garza Law Firm 1st down.
1st down, all right.
Just barely. That'll keep Crockett's offense out on the field, nearing the red zone, certainly for the first time this evening.
Best drive of the game so far for them. Now you hope that it pays off with some points if you're a Pioneer.
Whaley looking for Dunn. It's underthrown and intercepted. Daniel Boone's going to take this one back to the 30-yard line. That's Cooper Stevenson, and Whaley just didn't quite have enough on the throw to get it done.
Well, this is one of the things I talked about. Either A, you can go ahead and play for halftime and go in down 33-0, or you can go ahead and force the issue and hope that you don't create a turnover, which you had just there. One of the things that Whaley didn't do is you got to get the ball further than what it was underthrown. You got to at least give Dunn an opportunity to try and go up and get it.
That window source replay there showing you Cooper Stevenson settling under that one quite nicely, and a little bit of a return. It gives him some breathing room, but I have a feeling that Daniel Boone's going to be content to go to the half here up 35-0. Jenkins will take the snap and take a knee. I don't think they'll have to run another play here. Time ticking down here.
Knee, aren't they? Or they have to snap.
They won't have to run another play.
Yeah, you're right.
Everyone on Daniel Boone's sideline is headed that way, already looking to get off the field.
Well, this is one of those situations where, you know, if you're Jeremy Jenkins, you go into the halftime and basically you change nothing. I mean, your team has played really a great first half on both sides of the ball. You got two players, I think one player that scored 3 times, the other player that scored twice. Your defense has been amazingly playing hard. Only once did the Pioneers get across midfield. So there's not much that he has to say.
We're getting down now to the field with our own Kelly Grossfield. She has Jeremy Jenkins after a 35-0 lead at half. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, I'm here with the head coach of Boone. We got Jeremy Jenkins here. I mean, that was a dominant first half. I mean, I thought you were going to get him on the board at the end, but you intercepted. It was amazing. Talk about your team's performance.
You know, we really challenged our kids all week, and especially today, you know, come out and really set the tone in the line of scrimmage. I thought our kids have really played well in the line of scrimmage, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And all of our backs have ran extremely hard, and we just really executed at a high level right now.
And now your students, their fans, everybody is thinking you guys have done great. What can you possibly do better? I know as a coach you've got some ideas.
That's just first half. There's 2 halves. It's nothing. Second half, you got to come out and dominate your opponent and not worry about the scoreboard.
All right. Anything else you want to add? I mean, talk about just the boys and the drive that they've got out there on the field.
Yeah, right now, you know, just playing with a lot of intensity and just playing hard. That's all it takes. That's all you can control is your effort. Our effort's really good right now.
All right. Have a great second half, Coach. Thank you so much. We're going to go to the break. We'll be right back.
Thank you for helping us celebrate 19 years of business.
Are you a sports super fan? Show off your love of the game with some new sports apparel, collectibles, and memorabilia from Fanatics 101.
Don't forget to pick up a copy of my book.
Fanatics 101, where fans become fanatics.
Are you tired of boring money? Do you want better rates?
To discuss fixed interest rates better than the average return on CDs, call me today.
Don't let Grandpa know he drove his car. Let's go play golf, Tommy.
At Citizens Bank, we believe in the communities we serve. With locations throughout the Tri-Cities and Knoxville, Citizens Bank is the trusted partner to work alongside your business and family in accomplishing financial goals. As a family-owned bank founded and headquartered in Northeast Tennessee, a big part of our success is your success. So stop by a branch or visit citizensbank24.com today and get to know the citizens in your community.
To thrive in our fast-changing world, today's students have a lot to learn. Provide them the best learning technology at home, like fiber-fast internet with whole home Wi-Fi from Point Broadband. Extreme speeds up to 1 gig meet all your family's internet needs, from homework to streaming to gaming, with reliable connections throughout your home. Be ready for back to school with an internet and Wi-Fi upgrade. Call or visit Point Broadband online to learn more.
Homeownership is not out of reach with Preferred Choice Homes. As an independent, locally owned, veteran-operated business, we offer a wide variety of manufactured homes. Let us help you find the floor plan that fits your needs for a price that fits your budget. All our homes are built indoors in a climate-controlled environment and come with an extended warranty. We can help with finding financing and securing land for your new home. Drop by Preferred Choice Homes and take a walk through one of our models or check out our website to see all of our floor plans.
Hi, it's Abby at Wallace Subaru in Johnson City. Classrooms all over the country lack the basic supplies needed, and 92% of classrooms have students whose families cannot afford to purchase them. Subaru has partnered with AdoptAClassroom.org, and Wallace Subaru in Johnson City has adopted 10 classrooms at Boone's Creek Elementary School, providing $5,000 in supplies and support. You can help too. Bring in any basic school supplies this month, and we'll make sure they get to the classrooms at Boone's Creek. Wallace Subaru in Johnson City, Oakland Avenue and Bristol Highway.
Thank you for helping us celebrate 19 years of business.
Are you a sports super fan? Show off your love of the game with some new sports apparel, collectibles, and memorabilia from Fanatics 101.
Don't forget to pick up a copy of my book,
Fanatics 101, where fans become fanatics.
Are you tired of boring money? Do you want better rates?
To discuss fixed interest rates better than the average return on CDs, call me today.
Don't let Grandpa know he drove his car. Let's go play golf, Tommy.
1 second. Hey everybody, welcome back into Nathan Hale Stadium here, the Musket Bowl turning into a one-sided affair here in the first half. Daniel Boone all over rival David Crockett by a score of 35-0. Kenny, the Daniel Boone defense, they played all right. They haven't had to do much. It's really been all about the offense for the Trailblazers.
No, if you take out that last drive by David Crockett, they didn't really do anything tonight. In fact, I heard one of the other sports writers mention that they only had like 7 yards of offense pretty much in the first half. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they are playing without their two quarterbacks. The one that started the season and started last week, he ended up throwing 4 interceptions. Then he was replaced by the freshman who actually came in and had a big game. He had 4 touchdowns in that contest. When we talked to the coach on Thursday, we expected to talk to both, or not expected, to see both of these players in tonight's contest. Neither one has played, and they're not even on the sidelines.
Yeah, instead it's been Jake Whaley, and Whaley, a senior, a do-it-all guy. He's the Mike linebacker on the defensive side. He's really been giving it all he's got out there, but like you said, a third-string quarterback who doesn't have a lot of experience throwing the ball. It's been a struggle for the David Crockett offense.
Yeah, when you got a quarterback that doesn't have a really good arm, there's not too many things that you can throw. You can throw the screen, you can throw it out in the flat. If you are going to throw it downfield, then you need to put some air under it. And if you have talented wide receivers like they do in LaMarcus Dunn, well, you hope that he can go up and out-jump the defender to make the catch and then pick up yak yards, yards after catch. And that's something that they tried to do basically on that last possession. But until then, they were not able to move this offense.
And that drive, of course, ending in an interception on a pass intended for LaMarcus Dunn. So David Crockett going to have to try and figure something out here at halftime. We're going to take a break here. We'll step aside. 35-0 is the lead for Daniel Boone over David Crockett in the Musket Bowl. Stay with us.
So what keeps people coming back to Empire Ford?
The sales department here at Empire Ford knows my needs, and the service is excellent.
Integrity and service, that's why it's your Empire Ford.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tays.
More formally known as sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes.
Bish squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Cup of Dubba Java.
It's 2 coffees.
Cup of Dubba Java.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Welcome to the big leagues, where our go-kart all-stars take personal shopping to the next level. They always bring their A game, so you get groceries carefully selected specifically for you. These are passionate professionals, ensuring every fruit and vegetable, every cut of meat is exactly the way you like it. This is plump. That is juicy. And this is lean. Order Go-Kart curbside pickup online for personal shopping at the highest level.
Believe in the Smoky Mountains, the Mississippi River, and all the good people in between them. Believe in the corner stores, sidewalk shops, meat and threes, and mom and pops. Believe in doing things the right way, even if it's not the easy way. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
So what keeps people coming back to Empire Ford?
I continue to buy from Empire Ford for the family-oriented environment,
integrity and service. That's why it's your Empire Ford.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl, presented by Food City, and we're at halftime now. And we're going to send things down to the field now for the Daniel Boone Band about to take the field here. David Crockett's band just wrapping up. We're going to send you down to the field now and let you listen in on some of these wonderful musicians.
The 2023 Daniel Boone High School Blazer Band is under the direction of Mr. Scott Blanton and Mr. Zach Austin. Additional staff for the Blazer Band is Cody Tarleton, color guard. The field commander for the Blazer Band is Rebecca Starnes. The Blazer Band's theme for this year is Asylum. Songs include The Walls Have Eyes, Solitude, and The Lost Souls. Soloist for the Blazer Band is Zach Brox on the tenor sax. Drum major Rebecca Starnes. Is the band ready? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Blazer Band.
would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because he's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Marco's Pizza serves the tastiest, freshest, and hottest pizza bowls, wings, subs, and salads in the Tri-Cities. And we offer delivery, curbside pickup, and carryout. You know you want to call us in Johnson City across from ETSU.
At Citizens Bank, we believe in the communities we serve. With locations throughout the Tri-Cities and Knoxville, Citizens Bank is the trusted partner to work alongside your business and family in accomplishing financial goals. As a family-owned bank founded and headquartered in Northeast Tennessee, a big part of our success is your success. So stop by a branch or visit citizensbank24.com today and get to know the citizens in your community.
Thank you.
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 Thank you. From all of us here, we want to thank you for being the best part of Dempsey's Jewelers.
Ever since I met Marcos Garza, I fell in love with the way he does things. Being able to call him and, he'll be like, hey, I can help you, or hey, he knows somebody that can help me. He's willing to do anything for anybody.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Marco's Pizza serves the tastiest, freshest, and hottest pizza bowls, wings, subs, and salads in the Tri-Cities. And we offer delivery, curbside pickup, and carryout. You know you want to call us in Johnson City across from ETSU.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Halftime here at the Musket Bowl. Daniel Boone, David Crockett, and back to satisfy more of your tailgating needs. It's Food City Executive Chef Tony Mammarella. Tony, what we got cooking up here today?
We are actually going to do some black and blue burgers today.
Sounds good.
Something a little interesting. We have our black and blue burgers. We're actually going to top them with some bacon, avocado, some traditional lettuce, tomato, onion, a little bit of blue cheese. But we're going to stuff them inside of pitas, which makes it a little bit different. When you're thinking about tailgating, it's kind of funny. You have to have a pocket involved somehow.
That's right.
And it starts off really, really simple, actually. We have our grill nice and hot. We'll take our burgers. We do get them pre-made. It was kind of simple. They were ready for us when we started.
Beautiful.
And we're just going to throw them on the grill. One thing, if you remember from last time we did this, when we're doing burgers, we want to put them on the grill, and then, like a famous infomercial, you want to just kind of set them and forget it. The more you can leave them alone, better off you are for that.
Beautiful.
So while they're cooking, we have a few things we're going to get working. We'll get our onions cut and our avocados, things like that ready, and we should be able to put these burgers together in a few minutes.
All right, it's already smelling good out here. Let's take a look, see what we got.
We should be getting pretty close. Right. Oh yeah, we got our bacon and our cheese on there. The cheese is starting to melt pretty good. We can get these burgers built. So we got our pita pockets. We're gonna open them up. A little bit of lettuce. We'll put a few slices of tomato right on in here. If I can get them apart, get my fingers to work. It's always the tricky part of what we do.
That's right.
We're gonna put a little bit of sliced onion in here as well. Maybe a little avocado, because a little bit of creaminess to it kind of helps. And then we'll take our burger, and we're actually gonna put that right in there on top. Should make it pretty easy to eat, kind of one-handed. It's pretty good. So real simple, real easy to work with. The pocket kind of helps us a little bit as you're holding it, and after you.
All right, I'm going in. Here we go. The cheese, the bacon, a little sweet. That's beautiful right there.
Thank you.
It's good. All right. That being said, we'll be back in just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this.
Are you tired of boring money? Do you want better rates?
To discuss fixed interest rates better than the average return on CDs, call me today.
Don't let Grandpa know he drove his car. Let's go play golf, Tommy.
The summer heat is here. Is your air conditioning system able to keep up with the high temperatures? Let Climate Controllers help you beat the heat. Locally owned for over 24 years, you can count on superior customer service, reliable workmanship, and high-quality systems to keep your home comfortable all season. You'll rest easy knowing that York and Climate Controllers products are backed by a 10-year warranty, plus York factory-back homeowners rebates on select models. Call Climate Controllers today. Start being comfortable tomorrow.
Sometimes doing what is best for our health is difficult. Choosing to have a colonoscopy is a perfect example. Colonoscopy can prevent colon cancer by detecting colon polyps and removing them. Other screening methods such as Cologuard may fall short here.
Here at Tri-Cities Gastroenterology, we try to make your screening colonoscopy experience as pleasant as possible.
We offer direct access colonoscopy for relatively healthy individuals, allowing them to bypass the initial office visit and come directly for their colonoscopy.
Schedule your screening today.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, it's our goal to make your experience a great one. Quick Stop Markets provide sanitized and clean stores, well-lit parking lots, a friendly staff, and a large selection of products. Thank you for choosing Marathon, an American-owned company. Thank you for choosing Quick Stop Markets, a locally owned company. It is an honor to be a part of your busy day. Stop in at a locally owned Marathon Quick Stop Market today, where we make it easy to run in when you run out.
Are you tired of boring money? Do you want better rates?
To discuss fixed interest rates better than the average return on CDs, call me today.
Don't let Grandpa know he drove his car. Let's go play golf, Tommy.
For the fifth quarter.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here at Nathan Hale Stadium in Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone all over their rivals, David Crockett, 35-0 at the halftime. Kenny, this has really been all about the Daniel Boone offense. Aiden Reiner with 3 touchdowns, and the other back, Aiden Perry. It's the Aiden show. He's had 2 touchdowns, and that's really, that's the scoring right there. At 5 touchdowns, Daniel Boone has been dominant on the offensive side of the ball.
We understand that Daniel Boone didn't have much to say at halftime, right? Everything has gone right for them. On the other side of the ball, we're going to hear from him in just a second. You have to wonder what they're saying in the Crockett locker room. I mean, right now you're already playing with one hand tied behind your back, and I'm sure all these young men are giving it 100%.
Absolutely. And Hayden Chanley, David Crockett head coach, is down there on the field right now with our Kelly Grossfield. Kelly?
Hey, I'm with the head coach at Crockett. Let's go ahead and talk about that first half. We noticed 2 of your quarterbacks who played last week were not dressed out. How do you think that's impacting the offense?
Yeah, we just got to block people better. We got a lot of missed assignments. We've been put in some passing situations. We've obviously struggled with that, but we feel like we just got to keep playing.
What were some of the words of encouragement to the team during the locker room time into the second half?
You just got to go battle. That's all we can do. You can't take 35 points off the board. We just got to go battle.
Yeah, obviously you want to get on the board. What do you think are the key techniques to that?
Yeah, too many missed assignments in the first half, just little things, uncharacteristic of us, and it's unfortunate. We're going to go see if we can fix it.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Have a great second half. All right, we're going to toss it back to you guys as we get ready to start the second half.
Kelly, thanks. And as Coach Chanley said, they've been put in some passing situations now down this many. They've kind of had to go to the air. We know they want to get the ball to LaMarcus Dunn, and it's just tough when you've got your essentially your third-string quarterback out there.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to go into a rock fight with a feather, okay? You're going to lose that, Nick, every time. And basically, that's what we're seeing tonight with Crockett and Daniel Boone. And this is probably the best we've seen the Blazers play all season. I mean, they played really tough at the beginning of the season against the team for North Carolina, but their offense couldn't put any points on the board. And they played better last week against a good West Ridge team that's in a battle right now with Dobbins-Bennett, and still were not able to get the offense going. Tonight, everything has gone right for them, not only in offense but also in defense.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Last break of halftime. We'll come back with second half action here from Nathan Hale Stadium on the other side.
Hi, we're Tom and Brenda Howard. We've been in the Dillo Taylor family for over 30 years.
And as new owners, our family is committed to the same compassionate service you've come to know since 1929.
Rebecca and I welcome the Howard family to continue the legacy of Dillo Taylor Funeral Home.
Our experience and desire to honor your loved one has made every funeral one to be remembered. Serving your family is our privilege and promise.
Homeownership is not out of reach with Preferred Choice Homes. As an independent, locally owned, veteran-operated business, we offer a wide variety of manufactured homes. Let us help you find the floor plan that fits your needs for a price that fits your budget. All our homes are built indoors in a climate-controlled environment and come with an extended warranty. We can help with finding financing and securing land for your new home. Drop by Preferred Choice Homes and take a walk through one of our models or check out our website to see all of our floor plans.
Welcome back to Football Friday Night, the Musket Bowl. The Trail.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here in Nathan Hale Stadium.
Food City.
Welcome back to Nathan Hale Stadium here in Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone all over David Crockett here, 35-0 as we get set to start the second half of play. And David Crockett obviously deferring that opening kickoff, so they'll look to get things going here, something going on offense here right at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, and obviously coming out of halftime and talking to the head coach, Coach Chandler, he did not want to discuss the quarterback situation. More importantly, he talked about the fact of, making too many penalties. Too many mistakes out there offensively, trying to move this ball down the field. Obviously, he's upset with the situation that 5 of his football players are not able to play in this game. We addressed this issue at the beginning of the game. There's an investigation going on there at David Crockett High School for possible hazing again, and 4 or 5 football players were held out of tonight's game.
We'll certainly follow that story as it develops here in the coming days. Right now, David Crockett trailing big time 35-0 as they get this second half kickoff. CJ Lizotte will kick things off for Daniel Boone. LaMarcus Dunn, big number 3 back there, looking to make something happen on the return.
And I guess we should mention we are playing with the running clock, right? Second half, up or down, should I say, 35-0.
Dylan Maupin on the return. He takes this one out across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. And as Kenny mentioned, now with Daniel Boone leading by more than 30 points, there will be a running clock until David Crockett can get that thing back under 30 points.
Well, if the first half is any indication, it's going to be tough. But that's the reason why they play 2 halves. And we'll see if this is a different Pioneer team in the second half.
Whaley in at quarterback. Callahan to his left. 2 receivers and a couple tight ends. Whaley on the keeper. Whaley looking for some running room. He's not going to find it. Henry Hamlin was the first there, but a gang of Daniel Boone tacklers there to make the stop just about the line of scrimmage.
A host of Blazers there to make the stop on that as well. Pretty much the same way they started the game. Back in the Wildcat again, the snap to Whaley, and they let him take off over the side and see if he can get 1 or 2 yards.
To bring up second and about 11 yards for the Pioneers. 3 receiver set. Callahan, the back to the left of Whaley. Whaley, the give to Callahan, nearly unblocked. Still a stop, but that was Cooper Osborne.
I was about to say he's a big guy again. Osborne missed the tackle. He should have been for about a 5 or 6 yard loss, and then they blocked him back into Osborne, and then he became a part of the tackle.
So back to the line of scrimmage. That makes it 3rd down and 11.
And you can see the Blazers making a change in the defensive backfield, thinking that the Pioneers are going to put the ball in the air.
4 receiver set. LaMarcus Dunn by himself down at the near side of the screen. They go far side on the screen pass. It's incomplete. They were looking for, I believe that's Dylan Maupin out there, and the pass just a little bit too far in front of him. It falls to the turf, and Crockett will have to punt.
Yeah, when you're throwing it out there on the flat, the last thing you want to do is kind of throw it out in front, because at that point in time, you give the defensive guy an opportunity to make a play on the ball. You throw it to him, and then you let your receiver make the play. So that time he just threw it out in front of him. He couldn't get out there to make the catch.
We'll see. They've got Utzman deep, and It is going to be a punt. Dawson Callahan out there, presumably to boot this one away. He's had an interesting day back there. Had to get a couple away quickly. We'll see what they do here. There's a flag down now.
There's a marker on the play.
Yep.
It's another illegal substitution, the second of the game on David Crockett.
Usually in this situation, you're going, okay, it didn't hurt because you're on a punt. If you've got a punter that's able to make, and we saw him earlier, kick one that we were amazed by. The problem with the Pioneers so far in this game, they've had a problem with the long snapper getting it to the punter.
They're going to try again now, 4th down and close to 20. The punt is away from Callahan. Utzman going to field this one. Nope, he steps aside and lets it roll. It takes a nice Crockett bounce all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Good punt that time. You're right. It did get a Crockett bounce, but that was a good punt.
So that brings out the Daniel Boone offense, and we'll see now with the running clock if they continue to put their starters out. Luke Jenkins does trot back out there on the field, starting quarterback. 1st and 10. It's been the Aiden show so far for the Blazers. 3 touchdowns for Aiden Reiner, 2 touchdowns for sophomore Aiden Perry, and that's your scoring right there.
It really makes you wonder how long the starters will stay in the game. Perry, Reiner, also Luke. Probably if they're able to score one more touchdown, get a little cushion with this running clock, you might see them come out.
Pass is thrown out to Utzman, and he can't quite get a handle on it. It's incomplete. They bring up 2nd down and 10. And in fact, already seeing a couple of substitutions. Drew Fleming, the freshman, is out there at tailback right now, so both the Aidens getting a little bit of a blow. So Fleming is the tailback next to Jenkins. 3 receiver set. Fakes to Fleming. Quick out. That's held. Gets across the 1st down marker for a Garza Law Firm 1st down.
Good catch, good run after the catch, picking up a Garza Law Firm 1st down for the Blazers.
Moving right along here. Clock is moving right along here now as we've dipped under 7 minutes on that running clock.
And the announcer just said that Luke Jenkins becomes the all-time passing leader here at Daniel Boone after that last pass. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations to Luke. A wonderful season last year and continuing it here this year, etching himself in the Daniel Boone record books. Fleming takes the carry. The freshman gets about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
The thing about it is, I'm wondering, I haven't heard the total yards. I'm curious. They don't do much throwing here at Daniel Boone, okay? They've always pretty much been a running team. Even Hayden Chandler will tell you that. I mean, they pound and ground, and that's always been their MO. But big honor for Luke Jenkins.
Absolutely. Jenkins with a toss, the strong toss to Fleming. Fleming is absolutely walloped. It looks like Whaley who got in there on the tackle, but not before Fleming picks up a couple yards. That bring down 3rd down and, say, a long 4.
It just blows my mind. I mean, later on we'll talk about the MVP of this game. But I'm telling you what, if we were able to give an award for Hart, it would have to be Whaley. I mean, the guy is playing quarterback, and then he's also playing on defense as well.
Whaley came up with 17 tackles last week against Cherokee. Had an unreal performance, a couple touchdowns in that one as well on offense. Quick out to Held, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down, and Jenkins now just padding those all-time stats.
Well, nice pass. You can see as the game goes on, he gets more and more comfortable. They're going to take him out now. I don't know if this is going to be it for him, but he is coming out of the game. The fans giving him a warm welcome after that honor that he just received, and I guess he's played his last snap tonight.
Seems like he has, and a nice ovation as he does come off the field, fans recognizing his accomplishment.
Cole Stevenson coming in to replace them. I mean, anytime you have an opportunity to get another young man into the game and get some experience under his belt as well, it's always good.
Fleming takes the handoff from Cole Stevenson, and Stevenson will be that backup. He's a freshman, standing at about 5'10", 165. Hasn't had to play a lot. Obviously, Luke Jenkins, the senior, is the guy under center, so he's seeing some action here for the first time this season. Trying to get the call from the sideline here as the clock ticks down under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Stevenson.
That's a quick third quarter.
It's going quickly with that running clock. Stevenson in sort of an eye. Looks to hand it to Fleming. Instead, he'll just keep it. Stevenson lowering the shoulder, and he gets walloped there on the defensive side. Colton Farrell,
okay.
Welcome to the game.
Yeah, okay, young man, here's the deal. You're finally get a chance to play in the game, okay? When you start going over there by the sideline, get out of bounds, okay? You don't need to pick up another yard or two. Don't worry about your stats. Don't worry about your stats right now. Just go ahead and step out of bounds. You don't want to take a lick like that.
I'm sure Coach Jenkins would prefer him to take the safety over the extra yard. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 here, though. Stevenson in the gun. He rolls to his left. It's a bootleg. Quick out throw is incomplete. He was looking for Ryan Sarvis, the sophomore. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
I think we got a holding on Daniel Boone, so this is going to come back.
It's a flag on the play, and it is going to be a hold on the offense. Penalty is accepted, and it'll back Daniel Boone up even further to about the 46-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 15.
3rd and
it's like Jeremy's
14
gonna have a long
or so.
talk with him before he sends him back out.
3rd and 14 upcoming here for Stevenson as they're getting the play off. Clock ticking to near 2 minutes now in this third quarter. The running clock with a 35-point lead. Stevenson handles the high snap, and he's got to run for it. Gets to the outside. He's not going to get much. Zeke Sloan, the sophomore from David Crockett, in on the stop.
Okay, here's another thing the coach is telling Stevenson, don't run out of bounds. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. We got a running clock. It's not, it's not like it's going to stop. The other thing that's kind of funny is that Luke is taller than Cole Stevenson. 2 of the last 4 snaps have been almost too high. He's had to kind of go up and get it.
Certainly an adjustment for everybody. We got a timeout on the field. We'll step aside. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Daniel Boone looking to punt this one away. More action here on the other side of the break.
How does Goodwill build brighter futures? People donate to Goodwill. Donations are sold at local stores. Someone buys and shows off their find. Sales support Goodwill skills training and employment services. Community members use those skills to advance their careers. Learn more about how Goodwill makes an impact. GoodwillTNVA.org.
Being a basketball coach isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. I wish it was, but sometimes it feels like it's all the hours of the week kind of job. Buddy, if there's something that saves me some time, I'm all for it.
Coach, is that my dress shampoo?
Don't judge me. Every minute I save is a precious minute I get to spend at home. That's why I love using Go-Kart curbside pickup at Food City. I order my groceries online, and they bring them right to my car in the parking lot.
Order for Barnes?
Hey, that's me.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here from Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone on top of him, 35-0 here in the third quarter. This clock, obviously a running clock now, Kenny, as Daniel Boone leading by more than 30 points. And it's going to be a backup punter, Quinlan Held. Now the backup punter getting some reps as well. Held, or I believe actually Held is the starting punter. We just haven't seen him tonight. Held punts this one away. It takes a backwards bounce. They'll field this one at about the 26-yard line.
Quinlan Held's punt is down by Caden Murphy.
About a minute and a half going, obviously, in this third period. So we'll probably get to the fourth here quickly. Right about now, you David Crockett, either A, you just want to get out of here, or B, what do you have to lose, right? You throw everything to the wind. That's probably why I'm not an offensive coordinator, because I'm out there doing the Statue of Liberty, the hook and ladder. I just try it all.
So Daniel Boone will be out on defense. We'll see how many guys they pull on that side of the ball as well to try and preserve for some big games coming up here down the road. Like you said, though, Hayden Chanley strikes me as a guy who's maybe not one to go quietly into the night. He may see what he can get out of his guys here in the fourth quarter.
No, his guys are not going to quit. They're going to keep fighting. I mean, obviously, they don't want to go back to Jonesboro with a goose egg on that scoreboard. This would be their third straight loss, so that means that, no, this is the way that this works. If you win 3 consecutive games, you get to keep the Musket, okay? Now, here lately, the problem has been is the company that supplied the Musket isn't doing that anymore. So I don't know if you keep the Musket and now it's out of play, or does it just stay into play and you switch it whichever team wins. So you might have to find that out.
That's some breaking Musket news from Kenny Hawkins right there. David Crockett back on offense, and Jake Whaley desperately trying to find somewhere to go. A.J. Burke wraps him up near the line of scrimmage. It's been a hard-fought night for Whaley as we got a Boone player down. I hate to see that, particularly this late in the game.
I'm going to go with cramps.
Coach Jenkins is on his way out. We're going to take a quick break, so we'll step aside here and check in on this injury when we come back here at the Musket Bowl.
Believe in the Smoky Mountains, the Mississippi River, and all the good people in between them. Believe in the corner stores, sidewalk shops, meat and threes, and mom and pops. Believe in doing things the right way, even if it's not the easy way. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Anyone can stand on their window.
But it's how you take care of the windows after the installation. The Window Source has a full lifetime warranty, including labor, and we will give that to you in writing. Need new vinyl siding? We can do that too. Why wait 9 months to a year for siding? The Window Source can have your house looking brand new before the snow flies. Oh, by the way, we also have a lifetime hail damage warranty. No one else can say that. So when it comes to window siding and doors, go to the source, the Window Source.
Score of no interest, Letcher County Central 6, Dale County 14.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here in Gray, Tennessee. 35-0 is the score. Daniel Boone on top of David Crockett. Josh Briggs was the starting defensive tackle for Daniel Boone down on the play. Looked like he might have just been a little bit of a cramp, though.
Yeah, it's the cramps. I mean, we're getting a little bit later on. You know, get him some pickle juice. You know, let him drink that. He'll be good to go.
Whaley, 2nd and 10, throwing to the air. It's looking for Dylan Maupin over top of the intended receiver. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and long.
And that's one of those plays we talked about in the first half. Let him roll out. Give him the decision whether to keep the football, put it under his arm and take it, or throw it to a wide receiver. That right there, kind of a bad mistake because both receivers were closely guarded.
That one a little too high as well. So 3rd down and 10 upcoming here for David Crockett. Going perhaps with another decoy, as you talked about earlier, Kenny. It's a 4-receiver set with Callahan in the backfield, and he will drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen to Callahan. Catches, looking for room, breaks a couple of tackles, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but, oh no, excuse me, that's a 1st down. That's going to be a Garza Law Firm 1st down. So excellent work there from Callahan to weave his way past the marker. That'll do it here in the 3rd quarter for the Musket Bowl. Daniel Boone leading 35-0. We'll be back with 4th quarter action here from Gray.
Grand opening specials at Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City and Kingsport will leave you asking, how do they do that? Discounts up to $9,500 on select 23 Silverado 1500 crew cab, 24 tracks, $21,495. Great prices, great selection, and world-class service. Now in 2 locations will leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, it's our goal to make your experience a great one. Quick Stop Markets provide sanitized and clean stores, well-lit parking lots, a friendly staff, and a large selection of products. Thank you for choosing Marathon, an American-owned company. Thank you for choosing Quick Stop Markets, a locally owned company. It is an honor to be a part of your busy day. Stop in at a locally owned Marathon Quick Stop Market today, where we make it easy to run in when you run out.
Grand opening specials at Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City and Kingsport will leave you asking, how do they do that? 23 Silverado 2500 custom 4x4 pickup 55,545, 23 Trailblazer 23,585. Great selection, great pricing, and world-class service now in 2 locations will leave you asking, how do they do that?
Welcome back to Football Friday Night, the Musket Bowl, the Trailblazers.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here in Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone and David. Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here in Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone leading David Crockett 35-0. David Crockett now with a first down after a nice screen pass. They go to the air and they're successful, Kenny, as Dylan Callahan carries it one for a first down.
Yeah, they haven't had too many plays that's worked all night, but that one, that little screen play.
Whaley rolls, looks to his big tight end probably for the first time all night. That is Adrian Wynn who makes the catch. Brought down quickly by Garrett Dedrick, linebacker for Daniel Boone, but they have really not gone to the big 6'7" tight end. I think that's his first reception of the evening.
And he's a big load. I mean, he's a big guy, easy target to find.
He was a state discus champ this past spring, so a big, strong, physical guy, a guy you'd like to have out there at tight end for sure.
This might be a screen again. Keep an eye. He's got 3 out wide again.
4 receiver set. It looks like it is going to be a screen to Callahan. They've got the blockers in front. Callahan across midfield, lowering the shoulder, gets out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Quinlan held in on the stop, but not before another Garza Law Firm first down as David Crockett moving that ball here at the start of the fourth quarter.
I say don't run anything else. Just go with the screen. But you're going to need to hide it a little bit better if I told you what was about to happen just then. So you got to hide it maybe a little bit better than that.
But they break the huddle quickly, Kenny. They might have just been saying,
exactly.
Let's run it again.
Yeah, they have to put them out on the right side now. So let's see if the running back goes in motion here in a minute, if he moves.
Looked to be some movement, but no call. They get it out to LaMarcus Dunn. Dunn making some moves. Look at him break tackles all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is what LaMarcus Dunn can do. They haven't been able to get it to him too often tonight, but there he breaks off for a nice gain.
He's exciting to watch. I mean, basically just get it into his hands and everybody else move out of the way. Incredible moves that time to pick up another first down. Garza Law Firm, first down.
Dunn is by himself at the bottom of the screen once again. Whaley has 4 receivers, the same set they've been running this entire drive. This time, Whaley will keep it. Callahan has a lead blocker. Whaley's inside the 20, to the 10, to the 5. He's in the end zone, but there is a flag down on the play.
Got a flag down. And where it is, that's probably going to be holding to where it is. And number 70 kind of has his head up in the air like he might be the guilty guy.
And as you can see, the window source replay, it looks good there, but a holding call on David Crockett is going to bring them back on what would have been a real shot in the arm and their first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I mean, first time we've seen a hole on the right side for their team, and then Whaley just took it to the end zone, and then, of course, you got Laundry out on the field, and it comes back.
Whaley looks to be stretching out that left leg a little bit. He's a tough kid, though. He's going to stay in there. So it's first down and 18 after the hold from the spot foul.
Basically the same formation. We know they can either throw the screen or he can keep it himself like he did a minute ago.
And
same
he will
play,
keep
just
it himself. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, down towards the 20. He gets close, eats up a big chunk of that penalty yardage, and then some. Gunnar Kirk in on the stop. Whaley is really favoring that right side now. He is banged up, but he is about all they've got right now as far as ball handlers in the backfield. Looks like he is doubled over a bit, trying to tough this one out as they near the red zone. 2nd and 4. 3 receivers to the left. Dunn to the top of your screen. Whaley's back, throws the screen, and it is incomplete. Dylan Callahan couldn't quite get his hands on it.
That was a clipboard that came flying onto the field from Coach Hayden Chanley that time. They had the wall set up off the screen, and Whaley kind of threw it behind his wide receiver.
So that brings up a 3rd down and short, just outside the red zone. 3rd and 4 to be exact. 7:19 and ticking to go in this ball game. 35-0. Daniel Boone is on top. Whaley, 3 receivers to the bottom side. LaMarcus Dunn to the top. He was looking Dunn's way, and that snap was just a little bit mistimed. Everything got out of whack, and throws it well behind Dunn. It will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if maybe he thought that his wide receiver was going to break to the outside because Dunn was going inside. So somebody wasn't on the right page on that one, or maybe it was created, like you mentioned, because of the snap.
So that brings up 4th down, but there's really no need to settle for a field goal here. It's 35-0. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Same exact formation. Dunn to the top of your screen. 3 receivers to the bottom side. Whaley keeps it. Can he get to the marker? He's trying, and as he tries, the ball pops free. The ball pops free, and I believe that Daniel Boone says they have it. And they do. A.J. Burke is the one, Johnny on the spot. Comes up with the recovery, and Whaley trying his best to get that 1st down, but can't quite come up with it. We'll step aside, 6:04. We'll take a quick look at the window source replay here, and there to see that ball pops out, and Burke is the guy that's there to jump on top of it. We now head to break. 6:04 remaining in the contest. Daniel Boone jumping on the fumble. It is all Trailblazers as we take a break. We'll be back in a moment.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some tay-tays.
More formally known as sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes.
Bish squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Cup of dubba java.
It's 2 coffees.
Cup of dubba java.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Welcome to the big leagues, where our go-kart all-stars take personal shopping to the next level. They always bring their A game, so you get groceries carefully selected specifically for you. These are passionate professionals, ensuring every fruit and vegetable, every cut of meat is exactly the way you like it. This is plump. That is juicy. And this is lean. Order Go-Kart curbside pickup online for personal shopping at the highest level.
Welcome back to the Musket Bowl here in Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone all over rival David Crockett, 35-0. And they recover a fumble here just before we went to break, Kenny, and Daniel Boone now has a lot of its second stringers, its backups in here as we have just 6 minutes left in this running clock.
Well, you got a situation where, and we talked about this at the beginning of the game, you got coach against a former player. All right, and the last thing you're going to do is you're not going to run up the score. He's already started bringing backups into the game. This is probably going to be the last time anybody touches the football because, you know, Daniel Boone's probably going to run it as they just did right here. And go ahead and just milk the clock.
The run up the middle for a very short gain, if any, for Daniel Boone on 1st and 10. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's still about 10. That was Fleming, who's been getting some time in here in the second half. Cole Stevenson, the freshman, in at quarterback after Luke Jenkins breaking Daniel Boone's all-time passing record earlier in the 3rd quarter.
And that's huge. And, you know, he took him out in the second half, the standing ovation from the hometown crowd, you know, for their appreciation of what he's been able to do.
Fleming takes the give on 2nd down and 10, up past the 25 to the 27. still going to be 3rd down and about 7 yards.
A first down here at 3rd and 6 will probably end the game.
They don't have to run too many more plays, especially with that running clock.
Exactly.
Ticking under 4:40 to play here in the Musket Bowl. Stevenson in the shotgun. 4 receiver set. Bunched up close to the line. Hands to Fleming. Nothing doing there as the defense collapsing.
And the kicking team's coming out. They'll turn it back over to the Pioneers, who get one last opportunity with about 4 minutes on the clock to try and get on the board.
Alex Engel in on the stop, as they will punt this one away. Quinlan held. I had him mischaracterized as the backup punter, but Kenny, we just hadn't seen him all night. He is the starting punter. He'll be back out here again for just his 2nd punt of the evening.
Well, he's done well. It's not like he's made any of the mistakes. He's done well for this kicking team, and as you can see, Boone's taking as much time as they can. They're going to run it all the way down before they punt it.
Held gets this one away.
Good kick.
Waffling in the sky, takes a nice bounce. Inside the 35 to about the 33, and that's where David Crockett will have at least one more shot here with 3:23 and ticking.
35-0 with just minutes left in the 4th quarter. That Musket in his reach. It is in reach for Daniel Boone. They want that 3rd win, and they are going to get it. It's just a matter of minutes now. Back to you two.
Kelly, thanks. Daniel Boone will line up on defense. Crockett, the offense, back out there, presumably one last time, as we now tick to 2:45 and counting with the running clock. Jake Whaley, he's been a warrior all night. He throws a short pass. It's too short, though, for Dylan Maupin, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Dylan Maupin. It's 2nd and 10.
Whaley has gone to the air a little bit more here in the 2nd half. Just trying to get it to some playmakers, trying to make something happen. That one comes up a little bit short, and it's the 2nd and 10 now with 2:15 to play in the 4th quarter.
Hey, we'll get his name until what's his name comes back. I wish what's his name was here.
Whaley and Callahan in the backfield. Whaley rolls right, pressure. He is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big tackle there. A.J. Burke in on the stop. He had the initial pressure, and then I think he circled back around and ended up grabbing him for a big loss.
I'm just guessing, but I got a feeling he's going to be sore tomorrow. He might want to get in the ice bath as soon as he gets back in the locker room, as much as he's done tonight for David Crockett.
Things haven't gone the way of David Crockett tonight, but one thing you can say is that Jake Whaley has laid it all out on the line for his team, playing quarterback in a pinch and serving as their middle linebacker. 3rd and 13, Whaley claps his hands. The give, inside run, back past the original line of scrimmage across the 35 to the 37, but it's going to be 4th and some change. They will have to run at least one more play.
And 6.
Yeah, you basically got under a minute. So you go ahead and play, hopefully you get a first and keep the drive going. But if they're not able to get the first here, this is obviously the game. They'll run it out.
We got 4th and 6. David Crockett, one last play from scrimmage here. It's a heave to Dunn. He does not make the catch. He's out of bounds. Out of bounds, and so that will essentially do it. As the clock continues to run. So Daniel Boone going to come away with a Musket Bowl victory, 35-0. They'll get to keep it, presumably, barring any shortages. and put that thing on the wall.
Exactly. You know, you win it 3 years in a row, you get to keep the Musket. A new one is bought. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're talking about a team that has won it 3 times. We're talking about a head coach that has now beaten his student 4 out of 6 times, so big win. This is not a game at the beginning of the night that any of us thought that we would see. In fact, some of the guys in here talked about it. It's going to be a 7-3 score. It might be 13-9 score. I don't think we saw a 35-0 score and an output like this from Daniel Boone.
Certainly aided by the fact that the top 2 quarterbacks not on the field for David Crockett tonight. I mean, Jake Whaley put in an absolute Herculean performance on both sides of the ball, doing everything he could, but just not quite enough firepower from the David Crockett offense as they come up short in this rivalry matchup, 35-0. Daniel Boone gets its first win of the season, and that's really, it's a real jolt for them because they won every single game here in this building last year, and they were unable to win the first 2 of the season. They now get their first win. They're with the winning head coach of Daniel Boone, Jeremy Jenkins. Kelly?
Yeah, they are rushing the field right now, so we're going to make this quick because we got to get to that celebration. Your 3rd win, and wow, this was a blowout. Just talk about the game.
This is a great, line of scrimmage. We really challenged our kids. We really controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, made a lot of plays offensively, especially the first half. Second half, got a lot of young kids, a lot of quality minutes. Got to build on this next week for Morristown.
And talk about some standout players, 3 touchdowns from one individual.
Yes, Aiden Perry, he's been our second back. I thought he really played well tonight. Aiden Reiner, our quarterback, broke the all-time record tonight. A lot of individual things, but it's a big team victory for our group. To shut out somebody like Crockett that has a lot of weapons, our kids really played well.
All right, thanks, Coach. So enjoy that celebration, and let's pan it. Look at this celebration on the field. Back to you guys.
Kelly, thank you. 35-0, and they are celebrating like they've won the Musket Bowl because they have. We'll toss things to break. We'll be back on the other side with more analysis from this game, but for now, the final here in Gray, Tennessee, 35-0, Daniel Boone over David Crockett. Stay with us.
So what keeps people coming back to Empire Ford?
I like Empire Ford. They are family owned and they give back to the community.
Integrity and service, that's why it's your Empire Ford.
The summer heat is here. Is your air conditioning system able to keep up with the high temperatures? Let climate controllers help you beat the heat. Locally owned for over 24 years, you can count on superior customer service, reliable workmanship, and high-quality systems to keep your home comfortable all season. You'll rest easy knowing that York and Climate Controllers products are backed by a 10-year warranty, plus York factory-back homeowners rebates on select models. Call Climate Controllers today. Start being comfortable tomorrow.
To thrive in our fast-changing world, today's students have a lot to learn. Provide them the best learning technology at home, like fiber-fast internet with whole home Wi-Fi from Point Broadband. Extreme speeds up to 1 gig meet all your family's internet needs, from homework to streaming to gaming, with reliable connections throughout your home. Be ready for back to school with an internet and Wi-Fi upgrade. Call or visit Point Broadband online to learn more.
Sometimes doing what is best for our health is difficult. Choosing to have a colonoscopy is a perfect example. Colonoscopy can prevent colon cancer by detecting colon polyps and removing them. Other screening methods such as Cologuard may fall short here.
Here at Tri-Cities Gastroenterology, we try to make your screening colonoscopy experience as pleasant as possible.
We offer direct access colonoscopy for relatively healthy individuals, allowing them to bypass the initial office visit and come directly for their colonoscopy.
Schedule your screening today.
So what keeps people coming back to Empire Ford?
The sales department here at Empire Ford knows my needs and the service is excellent.
Integrity and service, that's why it's your Empire Ford.
Welcome back to Nathan Hale Stadium. The 53rd meeting between Daniel Boone and David Crockett. Kenny, it goes the way of the Trailblazers. They get to keep the musket on the wall, and there you see head coach Jeremy Jenkins on the window source replay there. He's got it in his hand. That thing's going up on the wall here at school.
Well, it's been here the last 2 years, so now it goes on the wall. It's supposed to stay. They're supposed to get a new one, but yeah, he does. He has it in his hands, and so it's supposed to stay whenever you went 3 in a row games.
A big win here, led really by a powerful first half. There was no scoring in the second half. The running clock made it a shortened second half. It was the Aiden show in the backfield. Aiden Reiner and Aiden Perry getting the touchdowns. Of course, Luke Jenkins also breaking that all-time passing school record here at Daniel Boone. A nice night for Daniel Boone's offense.
Yeah, it was almost taking on a man with his hands tied behind his back. When you take a look at this Crockett team, obviously we saw them put up more points last week against Cherokee. Did not have the firepower on offense, as we talked about all night. Neither one of the 1 and 2 quarterbacks were even on the sidelines, and so you had to go to a kid that actually plays running back. And even though we don't give it a heart award, we would give it to him because he showed a lot of heart tonight on offense and defense, but just not enough against this Daniel Boone team that picks up its first victory of the year.
First victory of the year after winning all their home games last season. They finally get that home win here in their third try here in 2023. So that about wraps things up here from Daniel Boone High School. Daniel Boone with a 35-0 win in the Musket Bowl. We can't say thank you enough to everybody out there watching, and of course our crew back at the station and everyone here that makes this thing possible.
Especially the sponsors, and it would not be possible without them.
Yes, our sponsors as well. We thank Food City and the Garza Law Firm, Window Source, and of course Empire Ford as well for powering that drone high in the sky. Thank you all so much, and we appreciate you tuning in. For Kenny Hawkins, I'm Nick Dugan saying so long from Gray, Tennessee. Daniel Boone, 35-0 winners in the Musket Bowl. Good night.
I would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because he's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
It's the moment the lights go on and the locker room's quiet.
When the stands are full and the national anthem plays.
That anticipation of that very first kickoff.
It's what we've all been waiting for.
Every Friday night, it goes down on fields like this in the Tri-Cities and Southwest Virginia.
Join us Fridays at 11 for News Channel 11's Touchdown Friday night.
Sponsored by these local businesses.
How does Goodwill build brighter futures? People donate to Goodwill. Donations are sold at local stores. Someone buys and shows off their find. Sales support Goodwill skills training and employment services. Community members use those skills to advance their careers. Learn more about how Goodwill makes an impact. GoodwillTNVA.org.
Being a basketball coach isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. I wish it was, but sometimes it feels like it's all the hours of the week kind of job. Buddy, if there's something that saves me some time, I'm all for it.
Coach, is that my dress shampoo?
Don't judge me. Every minute I save is a precious minute I get to spend at home. That's why I love using Go-Kart curbside pickup at Food City. I order my groceries online, and they bring them right to my car in the parking lot.
Order for Barnes?
Hey, that's me.
Ever since I met Marcos Garza, I fell in love with the way he does things. Being able to call him and, he'll be like, hey, I can help you, or hey, he knows somebody that can help me. He's willing to do anything for anybody.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.